Good evening. The news summary for this Tuesday, 14th April. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gedeon, says they have not recorded any new cases of COVID-19. The current situation remains with 9 positive cases, 73 people in quarantine, and 3 persons have been called in for tests. In relation to the last positive patient, Dr. Gedeon says they have done more than 400 rapid tests with people who have come into close contact with the patient. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gedeon, gave this update during a press conference this afternoon.
The situation of COVID-19 in Seychelles remains the same. We have only up to now 11 cases that were confirmed. The last confirmed case was 9 days ago. We have been doing active contact tracing of people who have been in contact, in close and not so close contact to the last case. And so far, we have not detected any person who have tested positive, who've been in contact with him. We have also kept everybody who were in close contact with him in quarantine, and they are being monitored. So far, nobody has developed a symptom and have been tested positive for COVID-19. The time has not elapsed yet. We have to wait for 14 days.
The President of the Republic, Danny Faure, will address the nation tonight at 8 p.m. With the focus on COVID-19. The address will be on SBC One, Radio Cecile, Paradise FM, and YouTube. It will be repeated on SBC 2 at 10 p.m. and on Radio Cecile tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The High-Level Committee on Law Enforcement during the time of COVID-19, which is presided by President Danny Faure, met for their regular meeting at State House this morning. Present at the meeting were representatives from the Department of Health, the Attorney General, the police, and the DRDM, amongst others. The Deputy Police Commissioner, Romano Songor, said after the meeting that several people were arrested during the weekend for not respecting restrictions that are in force in the country. He also said that social distancing measures will be reinforced in essential organizations, banks, and shops. He said that workers from essential organizations could use passes provided by their organizations for ease of travel, and that in general he was satisfied with the work being done by the police officers to implement the public health regulations. The Agency for Social Protection is doing its best to help people face the COVID-19 crisis. Tomorrow, the pensions and benefits will be paid to almost 15,000 Seychellois. 30 million rupees more have been allocated to the agency to face the COVID-19 crisis here. The CEO of the Agency for Social Protection, Marcus Simeon, is advising people not to crowd around the banks tomorrow. He also gave us a statement regarding the increasing demands for social assistance.
If I could get a chance to advise people tomorrow, especially our elderly that's coming to collect their pension tomorrow, to be mindful that they don't need to come all in one big group to collect the pension with the bank. Their money is in the bank, it's going to be safe there, because please note that the bank has also reduced their operation. Some of them are closing early during the day, and some of them are not opening the full weekdays. So be mindful that when they come, not to come in big queues. But apart from that, in regards to welfare, we're seeing the continued increase in demand for applications, because many more families are struggling now. A lot of them has lost their business. A lot of them that were doing casual work can no longer do so because the casual work related to the tourism industry, the whole industry is down now at the moment. So they haven't been with an income since mid-March. And moving forward, and the scheme, unfortunately, under the Ministry of Finance, does not provide cover for them in the interim until they go and register and formalize their work. Then they will be able to claim for cover. But in the interim, that's where welfare is coming in, and welfare assistance will not go on the level that we're earning. It's not an income replacement program. It's more a supplementary income assistance program. We provide.
As of now, no visitors will be allowed at the homes for the elderly, the Notice Point Hospital, the mental hospital, and the hospice. The healthcare agency has taken the decision to protect the health of the residents in view of the coronavirus crisis. The measures took effect last week and will last for 21 days. There are, however, exceptional circumstances where visits may be allowed, and visitors can still send provisions to their loved ones.
Regional home, mental home, Notice Point Hospital, and hospice, we are nursing or treating vulnerable residents with lots of comorbidities, which means they have a lot of conditions that can associate. If they catch that virus, it can affect them easily, such as cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and others. So we as the health professionals, we are very concerned, and we wanted to advocate for our residents here. So therefore, it is very important for us to ban visiting hours, because most of the visitors or relatives, they are not respecting the rules and regulation required. So it is very difficult for us to maintain that safety net all along the way of that situation.
The leader of the opposition, Owever Ramkalawan, has welcomed the report of the Commission of Inquiry conducted into the incident earlier in February, where he was searched by an officer of the A&B unit of the Seychelles Police at the airport. The commission was headed by Judge Fiona Robinson, and it says there was absolutely no reasonable ground for the search, which she said was unlawful. Judge Robinson said the use of police powers to stop and search without lawful justification was a worrisome situation. Mr. Ramkalawan said he was glad of the outcome.
She says, it is very clear to me from all testimonies that A&B Officer Labiche should not have searched the luggage of Honorable Ramkalawan, and that the search of the luggage of Honorable Ramkalawan was unlawful. This is the first finding. But then she goes on to say that it is very clear to me that there is at present a worrisome situation. Powers of stop and search without an arrest must be used justly, dutifully, responsibly, with respect to the relevant fundamental rights and freedoms of persons being searched. Then she goes on to say that A&B officers of the police force discharging their duties and performing their functions must have regard to the relevant written laws of Seychelles. So she's talking about the rule of law, and in that case she's making clear that what happened went clearly against the rule of law. But then I'm very happy as well that another recommendation that she makes is that my name and all the records that they store in their database be expunged, showing clearly that everything I'm clear. And she calls on the Commissioner of Police to start a new era of policing.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.